First of all, really proud of our players. I thought they had a workmanlike approach, a professional mentality all week long. It started in our week of preparation. I thought we had a very good week of preparation, and so I was really proud of them and their approach all week long. I thought our team showed some maturity in growing up. I believe we had 16 true freshmen play tonight. A lot of our special teams are comprised of underclassmen and true freshmen. It's great to see Preston Williams do some things for us. Great story and very fitting with Daryl McNeil. First game back and has a big interception for us and a big return. Very fitting for that young man. Love him, and it was great to have him back. Evan Berry with the big kickoff return. John Kelly. We have 3 running backs. We have 4. Joe Young did a very good job as well, and obviously we know what we have with Elvin and Jalen, and Elvin gave us a spark as well as a punt returner. So we have some good competition there, which is great. Some storylines, third down defense, I believe we held them to 1 out of 12. I thought field position, we basically controlled the field position game all night. We still have to come away with more touchdowns, but I thought we had some short fields and we capitalized on it. We were +3 in turnover margin. One of the biggest stats we talk about is first down efficiency, and that's a run or a pass of 4 yards or more, and that keeps you on schedule, it keeps you on track. And we were 72% on first down efficiency. But we have some things that we need to continue to work on and strive to get better, particularly offensively on third down, defensively still leveraging the football and tackling. And we got to get some things cleaned up on our kickoff team too. We had some new faces on there, but I think in summary, a workmanlike victory. We have got a lot of individuals, quality reps. They were able to put their football identity on video. So now we're able to go back and evaluate exactly where they're at. A lot of individuals played 2 quarters or more. Was really excited about the play of Quentin Dormady. I thought Quentin did some very good things. All 3 of our backs got some dirty yards. I believe we had no tackles for loss and negative yardage plays for them. Darren Kirkland is a true freshman. I thought he did some good things. So a lot of things are moving forward, but we have to still continue to get better in a hurry. We start SEC play now, and we still have to improve and correct a lot of things for us to continue to grow and elevate our play as a football team. So I'll answer any questions you might have.
What led you to start Kirkland at mid-linebacker?
Just, Kurt brings another level of athleticism. His speed, actually, a couple times with leverage, he overran it, but he has very good instincts and just a body of work and practice. He's very athletic. So again, just his body of work and practice, and I thought he did some really good things.
Is Preston's biggest impact likely stretching the field? Is that where he's maybe the best right now with how big he is and just his ability to get down?
Well, actually, he's really good in the intermediate throws, in quick game and curls and outs and comebacks. But he's just so long. He can play the ball in the air and he can run. And it was great to really get him going tonight. And 2 touchdowns and 1 on the scramble drill with Quentin. And obviously the deep ball. But we're going to need him to continue to progress, and that was great to see with him.
What's that touchdown pass?
And I will tell you, here's a young man who had 0 training camp. So every practice repetition, I'll get back to you, but every practice repetition that Preston has is critical because he didn't have a training camp. So again, these live game repetitions are big for him.
So if you talk about Dormady's touchdown pass, because he's scrambling and he threw that pretty much on a roll.
He did. And Quentin's had a very good training camp. He's had very good practice habits. He's been consistent all year, and to get him those valuable repetitions, and we have a lot of confidence in him, and that confidence has been earned by him by his performance in practice and also by his performance in meetings and his leadership qualities.
Coach, you mentioned Ladero. What goes through your head when you see him intercept that ball, considering you thought he was done? What is it going to do?
The first thing I was thinking is go score and then take care of the football. But again, it's a great story of resiliency, perseverance. It was a very trying 2 weeks for him and his family. and then the emotion of, your football career is not over with. You don't have to have surgery, and just getting him back in the fold. And we wanted to ease him into the game tonight. We just didn't want to give him an inordinate volume of reps just because he hasn't played football in a while. And very fitting, though. He does his due diligence and video study and all that. So it was very rewarding when he had that interception.
Coach, as you get ready to lead your team into SEC play, how is it different? Where are you more confident that this team is ready for the next 6-game grind than in your first 2 games?
Well, you just use the adjective grind, and I agree with it. It's going to be a grind. And our maturity, especially from our younger players, they don't understand what it's like yet to go through an SEC grind and an SEC schedule and playing on the road and then playing at home. And, this league is so balanced, but the different nuances, you have to be able to adapt and adjust week in and week out with schemes, and you have to be flexible. And this is a big week for us because also it's exam week. So it's going to be big that we win in the classroom and that we manage our business in preparation. But this football team is very close. They have a lot of belief. They're very, very resilient, and I knew that by their approach coming on Monday, but they've showed that resiliency. Now, are we going to be tested? Absolutely. And every game has the ability to go down to the final game, to the final play of the game. And so we have to make sure that we have great weeks of preparation, we get some of our health back, and we continue to create depth.
What's your level of confidence? How is it different than your first 2 trips in the SEC?
Oh, it's much different. We expect to win, and I believe that's what this football team, they expect to win. Now you have to earn victory every time you go out there. You have to prepare to play your best game, and those are the 2 things I asked our players. Is I asked everyone in that room, I said, okay, first of all, if there was one word that would describe your play tonight off of your football identity, what would it be? And then what would be our group identity of 9 for 9, being 9 strong at power of the position? And so on Monday, they'll present their one-word adjective that describes their style of play. But we have great expectations. Our players understand that. But this group just comes to work every day, but we're going to be challenged. But, I'm proud of them, and I'm proud to run out with them, and I know they give us everything that they have each and every day. This team works hard. They have great work capacity, and I'm grateful to them, and we have good leadership.
How beneficial was it to get Jalen Reeves may have been on the sidelines for a while and not have to wear him the number of snaps? Same for Barnett, same for Jay Sean Robertson, Cam Sutton, those guys. How beneficial was that for you?
Critical, because basically they played 2 games last week. When you look at them having, some of them had over 100 reps, when you include their snaps and then you include their special team snaps. And it's a long football season. It's only game 3. So having them on the sideline was obviously very, very beneficial, but also beneficial to get Austin Smith in there, to get some of the youngsters in there so that they can have those live game repetitions as well. The Shy Tuttles, the Khalil McKenzie's, all those individuals. So I thought it was good. Kyle Phillips, he did some good things. So that was critical to get them rest, but also get the youngsters reps too.
How important was it for you after actually getting the turnovers that you were able to turn that into points too?
Absolutely critical. It's everything of what you do with the football when you have sudden change, when you have a short field. Football is a game of momentum, and you are responsible for creating your momentum. And so when our defense did a great job of being opportunistic and taking the ball away, or a field position game with the return game, you have to turn those into 7 points, not 3 points, but 7 points. So I thought for the most part we did a good job. Obviously we had to kick a field goal, but we still needed points. But we turned them into 7 points tonight, which was big. And I don't know if I said this starting out, but how about our crowd? From the ball walk to another great home field advantage. I just want to say thank you to our student body and all of All Nation for coming out and continuing to support our football team. And that was big for us as well.
Having Eric Berry here as well.
Yeah. He's obviously very, very special to all of us. And for him to be able to be on our sidelines, and Whit and Evan having a touchdown. I know that was a very, very special moment for them, but just having his presence, it was very exciting.
You envision using
the 10 guys in front of him executing, or how much was it? Just
Combination of both. It was a short kick, so we had to come up and field it. But again, playing the play, 63 effort, didn't stop. A lot of people assumed he was down, and he's very, very strong, as we all know. And once you get him in the open field, he has great speed.
Well, you envision using Kamara more on punt return?
We have to pick our spots, yep. I think we have two, really three very, very quality punt returners, really four, with Alvin and Cam, Josh Smith, and then Jonathan Johnson as well.
Coach, you talk a lot about getting, identity on film. Just how much more of a comfort level do you have once you see a kid play 2 quarters tonight? I mean, even regardless of what the competition is.
Well, it's great, and it's be a great evaluation tool for us to come back, and evaluate Chance Hall and Charles Mosley and Ray Rollerson and, some of those guys of live game repetitions, Dontavius Blair, and really be able to see. I'm really, really encouraging with John Kelly. John Kelly can run the football, and we're going to need some running backs. So I thought there was a lot of positive. Justin Martin, extended snaps. Stephen Griffin, I can go on and on. Micah Abernathy, all those are valuable repetitions.
You said last week that the passing game as a whole struggled. What was kind of the biggest difference there this week?
Consistency. We worked on it. We still had a couple drops, particularly on 3rd down. And like I told you before, drops in our offense are like a turnover. They stifle momentum. We have to catch the football consistently. We did that for the most part tonight. I thought our receivers did a very good job of run after the catch. We took what was given to us, so that was great.
How do you think Dobbs played tonight, and was it important you guys to throw a bit more in the first half before to get the pass game kind of going?
We wanted to get him going, and I thought Josh did a good job of managing the game, making good decisions with the football. So when they hand the ball off, when they run the ball, when they throw the ball out on the perimeter. So I thought he did some good things, decision making as well as Quentin did as well.
Take a few more. Anybody else?
Butch, before the game in the tunnel, you're about to run out into the tee. I mean, it's just, you're always fired up, but it seemed today you're especially fired up, getting everybody pumped up. Just what kind of emotions is it like for you right before running through the tee?
Well, it's very special. It's a tradition that we're very, very proud of here. It's an honor and a privilege to run through that tee every time you run through it. But I challenged our football team with the mental effort, the mental intensity that it takes to play winning football in 4 quarters of football. And that was our theme this week, was 4 quarters of football, and going back to work and having a snap and clear mentality. So, it was a big game for us to see how we would respond. I thought our competitive character was challenged a little bit in how we prepared this week and how we come out in our approach to this game. And I thought our kids did a great job, and our coaching staff did a really good job of preparing our players as well.
Was it Eric's idea to run through the tee with you guys?
Eric,
Barry?
he can run through the tee as many times as he wants. He has that right, and he has that privilege. He's earned that.
But you talked about getting some guys some rest tonight. Were Barnett and Robertson dinged up at all, or was that just a management issue?
Management, both of them could have played, but when you play a long football season, and they had some aches and pains, so just to be able to hold them back was really beneficial.
Coach, did you have any guys picked up, any injuries that you know about?
Not that I know of right now, which it was a physical football game, and Coach has done a great job there. And we talked before the game about a culture and building a program, and everyone wants it now, and it takes time. And I have a lot of respect for what he's building in Western Carolina, and they're a physical football team, and they play hard, and so they have my utmost respect. But in terms of injuries, I think we're pretty good.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you.